drawing, you can see from the void, this pillar is here, where there is a little swerve before it goes straight to the staircase area. So it's wider. Yeah, it's wider. But now it has been straight. Looking at it, look at here. From here, it has been straight to that wall. Yeah. So that is it. So it has reduced the size here. It has reduced the size here at least. If not for anything, we will have like 8 feet 4 somewhere here, like 8 feet 4. But this have been taken in. When you divide this into two, the middle side is going to take like 3 inches. Then so this is 81. When you take 3 inches out of it, what you are going to have, let's say 3 feet 2, like this. When you are having your ballast face on top, meaning the two people, one cannot come, one cannot go. If you are holding your things together, it may be very difficult for you to access it. Now with this, plastering is coming by the wall. Plastering is coming by the side. So before you finish, what you are going to have is like 3. So 3 feet staircase inside. No, it doesn't sound well. So we have to move this pillar and make a small excavation here. So we are going to break the floor. We are going to break the floor from here and extend the back to have what is needed. Yeah, if not, the staircase will be a problem. Yeah, that will take you up and down, including children, and they have to be flexible. Yeah, thank you.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel once again. If it is your first time here, my name is G.P.G and today we have Efo on the line, right? So as you know, Efo is our carpenter, and today's episode is about decking, right? So we'll be seeing some decking works done here at G.P.G Production Group. So you can see F4 is offloading the woods which will be used for this structure for the decking work, right? So by the way, for those of you who doesn't know, F4 rents out wood for their decking, right? So if you are at the lintel stage and you are going for your decking, and the quote or estimate you are getting is it's expensive for you. Here is some of the ways that we try to reduce costs for our clients. You can rent some of these woods for your construction. And if you have FO who is doing your carpentry for you, he takes care of his own woods. If he cuts them, it is his own woods that he's cutting by hand, right? So these are some of the ways that we are helping some of our subscribers here on the G.P.G Production Group to reduce their costs during the construction phase. At the decking phase. Decking is expensive, seriously. Decking, and especially, for those that are buying your own wood, if you don't have a very good carpenter to manage, right, to manage and maintain your wood for other construction, works on site, they will be just be cutting the woods anyhow, right? And at every stage you have to be buying extra wood, which is not reasonable. These are some of the ways to cut down costs in construction. So if you want to rent wood, F4 is your guy. That is his number here on the screen. You can call him and then you deal with him directly, right? As for that one there, it is you and F4 with the negotiation and everything. So just get in touch with him and see what is possible. So back to today's video. So we didn't start with this structure, right? So this belongs to one of our subscribers here on the channel. He's building his amazing structure, house here at Katamanso, right? So he called FO to come and gave him a quote for the decking with the rentals of the wood and workmanship. I think he agrees, and then FO is here to do the work, right? So as of now, FO is doing the lentil beams, right? So this is called the lentil beams, which demarcates where there's opening, right? Either doors or where there will be a cantilever, right? That's what FO is doing now. I mean, we've gone through this several times here at Geo Production Group, the process of decking. If you want to see more or if you want detailed, right, go to my playlist. One project you can watch out for is the Pram Pram project, the Tema project, right, and also the Pram Pram apartment project. Also, we did much explanation there. Or you can go to FO's playlist where FO has been doing, a lot of roofing works and also decking works there. You will see more of it, right? So today I'll use today's episode to explain, how we operate when it comes to the production group, right? We're a group, but at the same time we work individual as well, right? So like I said earlier on, the owner has his own team, building team. He used to start this project from foundation to the lentil level, and then we have to come in to do the decking. I mean, just the woodwork and also the steel works, right? So our steel bender will take over when FO is done here, right? So what I wanted to explain is that when FO comes to your site, I mean, he starts with some of this project with a decking. He takes measurement, right? He takes his levels, and sometimes there is challenges, right? Sometimes some of the levels are not right, or maybe there's a mistake in the drawing, not in the drawing per se, but I mean, comparing the architectural drawing and what has been done on site, there is a big difference, right? And he will be working with the drawing. So if the measurement on the drawing doesn't tally with what is on the ground, sometimes we do have to address our engineer, who is Brother Sami, right? Because sometimes these are challenges that he needs advice. So in this case, he will call our engineer to come and help him to be able to get it right. I mean, depending on the situation, I mean, every site and its challenges, right? So, I mean, as you saw earlier on in today's video, you could see that he was able to identify that the staircase is going to be a challenge for him, right? I mean, if it was any other carpenter, he wouldn't mind, right? He would just do it with the space that he has. But I mean, this is Gigo Production Group for you, right? So when it is not right, we will address you. I mean, we will let you know that this is the situation. If you still want to go with it, I mean, to us, it is fine, right? We will do it for you. But if we wouldn't have addressed you on it, and after we are done with the woodwork and everything, you will realize that, I mean, we didn't do the right thing. But maybe that was the space which was left for us. It wasn't our fault. But to go front and back with this, we will address you so that you are aware of the situation, and that is what happened earlier on, right? So I will also try to explain a little bit with how this process works. When he sees something wrong on your site and it is minor problems, I mean, when it's a minor effects, I mean, he will for sure call Brother Sami because he is the engineer. So he will call him to advise him how to go about it. If they are minor works, I mean, you won't even hear about it. We will just correct it and then we will just move on. But if it is a major problem which might affect the structure, right, then Brother Sami has to come in. And he coming in when it is a major problem, that means he has to be there twice or maybe three times, because he first have to come and look at the situation. Maybe he can solve it right there. He can just tell IFO what to do and then it is done. But he has to come again and check whether IFO has done it right. That is if it is a major problem. If it is a minor problem, he will just be there one day, correct it, and then for sure he knows IFO will do it if it is a minor problem. But if it is a major problem, that's what I'm saying, that he has to be there at least 2 times or 3 times, right? And in this case, I mean, we his transportation is going in, because already before Ifo start with all of this, start with the work, he gives you an estimate, right, of what he has to do. So the charges of Brother Sami coming there, his transportation up and down, is not part of the labor work. That means that he has to pay from his own pocket. That is Ifo. So in this case, Ifo will address you that this is a situation, it is a major problem, and Brother Sami will be there more than 2 times or 3 times. So in this case, we will request that if you can support with transportation, right, of the engineer, or if it is like serious major work where he has to be there to monitor to make sure that it is done right. I mean, we will ask for some labor, right? But I mean, with that, like I said, you guys deal with the artisans directly, right? So this is going to be a communication between you, FO, and the engineer, or with the owner and engineer, right? So I just want to lay this, things down so that you understand. But I mean, if they address you with a problem and you feel it is okay with you, let them just go on. Then you don't need Brother Sammy on site to do any correction. We can just go ahead and get the work done as it is. But sometimes also, if it is a problem, if it's going to be a problem, I mean, sometimes we don't accept, because that means that we are not doing the right thing, and it may end up in a different thing where later it will be like we came to do it that way, right? So please, when Info comes to your site and he sees something, he addresses you. I mean, this is the process, right? It's either you keep it that way or you address your builders. If they can correct it, fine. But if you need our advice, Brother Sami will be there to help, and at least his transportation. It is nice to support him with his transportation if it is needed, right? So that is one thing that I would like to put out there. The other thing will be about when Brother Sami comes around and he does the correction. I mean, we are not here to take over the job, right? In some situation, maybe some of the masons doesn't want to work with us, or maybe like in most situation, the people building have already left, right? Or maybe they've abandoned the project, so they don't want to work with the owner anymore. But please let your masons, right, know that we are not here to take over the job, right? We are here to do correction, and we are willing to work with them, right? We are willing to work with any artisan, right? We are Gigo Production Group, but we have a lot of artisans here on our channel. We work with a lot of different people, right? So we are not here to take over the job completely. We are here to just assist and help. So please let your masons know, so that there is that understanding when Brother Same comes on site, and maybe sometimes he needs to use some of his men because he believes they will understand him much better than maybe some of these masons out there. So in some cases, we will just have to take over the place for maybe till the correction is done. Then we can hand over back the project to the owner. And we are willing, like I said, we are willing to work with any artisan on any project, right? So please, discuss it with your masons or your team, so that we can work together as a team. Brother Sami can just come and be a supervisor. And I mean, we've done this for several clients where, I mean, some of this, I mean, sometimes it is even carpenters, masons, and they learn a lot from Brother Sami. They learn a lot, right? And we also use some of this masons that we meet on different sites. When we have projects in the community, we always try to ask for their assist also. So it is a teamwork, right? So that will be my second point, right, with today's video, right? So this is just by the way, if you get a phone on site and then he tells you that this is a situation, these are some of the ways you can go around it, right? So fast forward, FO is done with his, taking his measurement. His boards are in. His 2x2s and 2x4s are also in, meaning they have to support it with the bamboos before going with the board, right, which is the plywood. Right. So, you can see the work is in progress. This project is huge, right? I can imagine if you have to buy your own wood for all these projects, sometimes you use it once. And the sad thing is if you don't have a good carpenter, that is the problem, right? If you have a good carpenter that can keep the woods after construction, sometimes you can sell it or rent it to the next neighbor, right, to also use it for his or her project. But sometimes these carpenters, they just want things easy and they will just mess up with your wood, right? So that's why sometimes renting is also good, right? Sometimes also you can also decide to rent 30% of the wood needed, and also you buy maybe you will rent 70%, right? And you buy 30% so that at least you also have some wood around for your own project, right? If you will need to do some little works around, I mean, we are all here to save cost, right? That's our main goal here, right, at Gigo Production Group, to help you save costs during your construction. So L4 is not the only free guy you can take from Gigo Production Group. We have electrician who is Enoch. We have the steel benders who is Ni. You can use our painter. If you go to my playlist, you see their works there. And if you don't have the time and you just trust us and you want their contact details, just get in touch with me, right? And then I will forward their contact details with you so that you can work with them directly, right? That's one thing with Gigo Production Group. I believe in these guys, right? I believe in them. I know they will do a wonderful job. That's why I just put their numbers out there so that you will tap into them and then, use them to get your project moving. And I believe they will save you the cost, right? They will save you cost during your construction. This it's not that they are coming to reduce materials and stuff to no. We have a way, right, of reducing costs in construction. So these guys will help you with it. So I mean just try Gigo Production Group and you will understand what I mean. Some of these things I can just talk about it. It's very difficult to actually let you see what's happening. But for those of you that have used our guys, you already know, right? So just trust the process, right? So since the sun is going down, then I think I have to end today's episode here. I really do appreciate your time spent here on the channel. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I will see you in my next episode. Like do we?